My bully neighbor, just to build his 4-story Roman-style villa, forcibly seized my family's flat housing site and kicked me out to the edge of the village beside a swamp filled with biogas and old mud. I didn't argue or protest, and even voluntarily signed a geological risk waiver. But then I spent all my savings to rent a 200-ton pile driver, pouring a massive foundation with 50-centimeter thick waterproof concrete slab. Seeing this, the whole village laughed at me for being a coward, mocking me for wasting my money on piling in a mud pit. 3 days later, the flash floods hit. In an instant, water made his founded villa completely collapse. When he dragged his swollen leg, bringing his entire family, to my front door, begging me for a place to stay, I turned off my searchlight and watched him coldly through the bars. There's no more room here. If you want help, give me every cent of your compensation fund.
Look closely, everyone. From this red line to the west, past this ridge, all the way to the road at the village entrance. This all belongs to me, Wang Dalong, as part of my ancestral estate.
Listen, Zhou Yang, our village is being renovated, and we need to look at the big picture. We have to do what's best for everyone. Dalong has a large family, and his 4-story villa on this high ground will represent our village well. Just take a step back and compromise.
Compromise into a mud pond?
That land might be low, but it's much larger. As the village chief, I'm making the decision today. I'll grant you extra land, more space than you have now, so you can build a spacious courtyard.
Wang Daolong, this is a violation. That old pond is a hazard zone. If you build anything on that ground, there's a massive risk of sinking or collapse. You must immediately stop exchanging these plots.
Don't try to scare me with those papers. Are the Wang family generations have built houses here, relying on fate and our ancestors. Since when do a few pieces of paper and some damn mud tell me what to do? I have the money. Today, this land is mine.
Village Chief Zhang, if the foundation fails, this will be a major safety disaster.
Oh, please. They don't understand your high-tech jargon. We're all from the same village. As long as these two families agree to swap, we shouldn't interfere.
Since Wang Dalong trusts his ancestors, and village chief wants the big picture, I'll follow the arrangement. Number 1. Zhou Yang voluntarily swaps the Gao Gang plot with the pond plot of Wang Dalong's committee for exchange. Number 3. Regardless of geological risks, once this agreement is signed, neither side shall back out. If you want the land, then sign it. Once signed, this solid ground is yours. Village Chief, to prevent anyone from causing trouble after a major issue, please act as our witness. Wang Dalong, what you snatched away isn't any lucky land at all. The thing you just built for yourself is a graveyard with no return.
Boss Joe, the geological conditions here are terrible. 6 full meters from the surface down, it's nothing but soft mud. At a depth of 6 meters, you can't even find a rock the size of a fist. The soil's bearing capacity is near 0.
Tell me the depth of the bearing layer.
The soft layer is too thick. We need to go down at least 7 meters to hit the weathered rock. If we use the cheapest method, the strip foundation. Within 6 months, the ground will definitely sink. For absolute stability, we must use pile foundations, transferring the building's weight directly down to the rock layer below 7 meters.
Pile driving means the construction costs will explode exponentially. Building a one-story house in a village, using the same foundation engineering meant for bridges and high-rise buildings. By conventional logic, this is a massive waste of funds. I need a 240-ton fully hydraulic static pile driver. In addition, prepare 12 high-strength concrete pipe piles, each 400 millimeters thick and 95 millimeters deep, at a length of 9 meters. Load them and move in immediately.
Has Zhou Yang snapped? Has he lost his mind? For such a tiny spot, to build a single-story shack, he actually spent a fortune. To bring from the county a pile driver for high-rises.
Right? Those concrete pillars must cost thousands each. Just the money for the piling is enough for a down payment in town.
What a waste. He's throwing his money into this muddy pit and he won't get anything out of it.
Point number 1, calibrated. Lift it up. Install. Press down.
We hit the bottom and reached the rock layer.
Don't stop. Apply full pressure. Let the pile tip lock into the hard rock layer at the bottom. Freeze! Release pressure.
Zhou Yang, you spent tens of thousands of dollars toiling away all day just to bury over a dozen invisible pillars straight into the mud? I look at your humble shack. You haven't even dug out a decent brick foundation, so how do you expect to build on top of dirt?
Wang Delong, you don't understand structural mechanics. So I don't blame you. These are deep-seated end-bearing piles. At these 12 points, even if I were to park 10 heavy trucks carrying 50 tons of weight right here, they wouldn't cause even 1 millimeter of vertical sinking. As for your 4.5-story villa, I hope your building's weight is as light as your words.
Zhou Yang, impressive, isn't it? Do you see my land over there? Now that is how you build a house. That is true prestige. Now look at your mud pit. You haven't even dug the foundation. Are you planning to sleep right in the mud?
Wang Delong doesn't understand. When a 4.5-story heavy building is placed on a 50-centimeter shallow strip foundation and its edge is right next to highly compressible soft soil, the risk of a landslide. This is no longer just a house, but a ticking time bomb of a crumbling disaster. Follow the blueprints. The main and secondary rebar must be national standard, threaded steel, at least 16 millimeters in diameter.
Boss Joe, this base plate thickness is way too much. It's just a single-story house. Yet you're using 50 millimeters of thickness, and the inside is filled with oversized rebar. Are you planning to build a bank vault down here? Or an air raid shelter?
Don't ask questions. Just do it. Secure all the pre-installed drainage pipes and keep them completely fixed. Then notify the concrete plant in town. 4 fully loaded heavy concrete mixers. Enter the site now. The grade must be C30, with high-efficiency water repellent, and absolutely no adding water mid-process.
Start the pump.
Get the exhaust pump going. Don't miss a single corner. Huh.
DeLong. This house is so grand, it's definitely the pride of our village. Unlike some people who are only fit to live in a concrete box for a lifetime without even enough for a coat of paint.
Nature is about to settle the score on all the lawless arrogance.
Joe Yang, now you've done it. That shack of yours is about to become a swamp for turtles. Maybe Big Brother DeLong will show some mercy and toss you a couple of tires to use as lifebuoys?
They don't understand the power of C30 waterproof reinforced concrete. Outside, the flood has already risen to half a meter deep. The 50-centimeter thick raft foundation columns at the base of my house were infused with the highest grade industrial waterproof agent during the casting process and compacted to extreme density using 4 sets of high-frequency vibrators. It is now just like a seamless, heavy-duty, flat-bottomed barge. No matter how high the pressure is outside, the groundwater can't seep upward even 1 single millimeter.
Your shoes are dirty. Shoes got dirty.
Those are buried deep underground, substandard strip foundations. With the stress uneven at both ends, under several thousand tons of shearing force, the structure is wailing as it cracks. The concrete is being torn apart, and the internal steel bars, as thin as noodles, yield in an instant and snap completely. Yeah.
The window. Break the window. Bricklayers. Call in the bricklayers for me. Go to the hardware store in town, break down their shutters, buy some sealant and quick-dry cement. Hurry, go.
How did such a huge crack get in this wall? Oh, DeLong, how did this crack get so big? Is the foundation sinking?
Nonsense. The foundation isn't sinking. It's just expansion and contraction. It was burning hot yesterday, and it's pouring rain today. The temperature change is too sudden. It's just the outer layer of paint that's cracked. The bricks inside are perfectly fine, not even a single scratch.
Right. DeLong is absolutely right. This is a typical physical phenomenon. It's expansion and contraction. The current exterior paint is subpar. Temperature changes cause it to crack. At my meeting in town yesterday, I saw those buildings' walls cracking too. It's perfectly normal. Don't overreact. Dismissed. Everyone leave. Go home and prepare for the flood.
The laser fires, sending data instantly back to the LCD screen. I look down at the display where the system automatically compares it to the building's initial coordinate data. Z-axis displacement, negative 24.3 millimeters, 2.4 centimeters. And in only one night, the western foundation of the building has shifted downward and sunk by 2.4 centimeters. This isn't just common paint cracking from heat and cold. It's a fatal sign of structural plastic deformation. The rain is still falling, with no signs of letting up. On day 4, Wang DeLong took the lead. And yesterday, the fast-setting cement that was forced onto the outer walls was crushed by the massive structural shear force. It didn't even last 12 hours.
What was that sound? Did something just snap?
Big brother, all that cement you spread yesterday has completely fallen off. It couldn't hold the weight.
Hurry! Go get more cement. Stuff the old bed sheets in there too. Move!
The entire center of gravity of the building has shifted severely to the west. Based on the exterior structure, the entire 4.5-story building has reached a tilt of 3 degrees toward the west.
The water. What's with this glass? The table is clearly flat, but it's spilling out on its own? Who's opening the door? How did it open by itself? The lamp. It's crooked. No, the ceiling is tilted. This building is moving. This building is actually moving. Quickly, move faster. Carry all those wooden logs from the backyard over here. Hurry up.
1, 2, lift. This wood is too heavy. I can't hold on to it.
Big Brother DeLong, the building keeps making noises. Are we really going to prop it up? What if it collapses?
Stop talking. It won't collapse if we hold it. Jam the base into the mud. Find the pressure point. Hurry. Hold it steady. Yes, like that. Bring more pillars. Hold it tight for me. Get a sledgehammer. Hurry, bring it here. Hammer those base beams into place. Wedge them tight. Don't let it budge 1 millimeter.
Big Brother, it's propped up. The wood is taking the weight.
Great. That's it. Push harder. Push it back.
At exactly 12 noon, it will collapse right on schedule. The first thing to give way won't be the foundation at the bottom, but this massive panoramic tempered glass curtain wall. The tilt angle intensifies. The frame of the entire building is undergoing extremely severe plastic twisting.
Big Brother, look at the second floor windows. Why are the windows so crooked?
No, it's not possible. That's thickened, tempered glass. It's top of the line. My glass.
Run, hurry, the glass is collapsing. Explosions, the second floor exploded, the wall is coming down, run, help, don't stay here, this building is alive. It's going to swallow us.
Back off. Everyone back off. The pillar's breaking. Move back.
Sir, I still have over $100,000 worth of mahogany furniture in there. Please, help me support this pillar.
Forget the furniture. Deploy and attach the sensors. Track the real-time displacement data now.
Sensors attached. Signal connected. Transmitting dynamic tilt data now.
Leader, thanks for your hard work. Coming out in this heavy rain personally makes you a role model for our town. This rare thunderstorm is to blame. The ground got soaked and sank slightly. Our village collective has organized repairs, and we'll head to town this afternoon to buy high-strength steel cables. Hold the building back and reinforce it. It's just a small problem, so please, don't seal it off. It'll panic the villagers. Our village's reputation is at stake.
With steel ropes? Do you think you're setting up a tent? This is 1,000 tons of reinforced concrete, and the sensor data is off the charts due to a catastrophic failure of the shallow foundations. This building's physical center of gravity has shifted completely beyond its safety margin. Look closely. The rebar has suffered irreversible deformation, and the core concrete is being crushed by the shear force. The structure is finished. Even a miracle couldn't save it now.
Commander, report. Total station coordinate lock active. This building's vertical settlement on the z-axis exceeds 180 millimeters, and the overall tilt has reached 5.2 degrees. The shear failure coefficient of the load-bearing columns is 400% beyond the safety limit, and it's on the brink of a total collapse.
Evaluate the damage and classify it. For the building on Beanhay Village, residential plot 07, the ruling is total loss and structural destruction.
You can't seal it. Nobody touches my house. I spent millions of dollars building this. It's my life's work. You're ruining me.
Obstructing official business? Use force to restrain him immediately. Settlement Office 01, calling the town power supply station. Beanhay Village Building 42 has suffered structural shear failure and is classified as a Grade D dangerous building.
To prevent power leaks from a collapse, please immediately remotely cut off the physical power supply. Do it now.
Power station copies that. Smart Grid has remotely cut the circuit.
Listen up, everyone. Per the Disaster Prevention Act and Structural Safety Assessment, this building could suffer a fatal and total collapse at any time. Mandatory evacuation is now in effect. Within 5 minutes, inside the building and its 30-meter perimeter, no living thing is permitted.
Zhou Yang, open up.
Open this door now.
I know you're in there. Zhou Yang, stop playing dead. Help.
Open the door.
Zhou Yang, third grandpa is about to fade away. Just let us in for a moment.
Open up.
Zhou Yang, are you deaf? The water is about to rise above my neck. Your bungalow is on high ground and isn't flooded yet. Open the door now and let my stuff in out of the rain. Do you hear me? Open up.
Zhou Yang, I'm your third uncle. We are neighbors, and family is family. Don't be so cold-hearted. A house is just an object, but lives are at stake. Your place is spacious. Open the door and let us in. That is how a junior should behave.
Look closely at the data on the door. Based on architectural load codes, the mat foundation of my bungalow, its dead load and live load limits, at the moment the blueprints were finalized, were permanently locked. The 6 of you adults, plus the safe, cases of liquor and other supplies, by a conservative estimate, mean the added weight has exceeded 1.2 tons. If I let you force your way into my space, it would mean my foundation would have an added 1.2 tons of high-density uniform load.
We're all neighbors.
Stop your load talk. A few people and some liquor. How heavy could it be? This is all steel and concrete. Are you afraid we'll trample your building into a collapse? You are intentionally refusing to help in our time of need.
The contract is clear in black and white. Clause 2 states clearly, after the land swap, all geological disaster risks are solely assumed by Wang Delong. They have no connection to Zhou Yang physically or economically.
Zhou Yang, you are heartless and cruel. Heaven will punish you for this.
Latest mapping data shows the tilt of the Wang Delong building has exceeded 5.4 degrees. The rebar within the load-bearing pillars is suffering from extremely severe tensile stretching. In 2 hours at most, that building will collapse under its own weight. There was a massive and total physical collapse. Where you're standing now is part of my private defense zone. If you try to break down my door again, I will immediately activate the high-voltage defense system. Laws of physics have no mercy. Now, take your worthless gear and get back into the mud.
It didn't collapse. The building's still standing. I knew it. Those people with the tools were talking nonsense. My building is made of reinforced concrete. There's no way it would just fall. Go to the village committee and get those 3 flood control 15 kilowatt diesel mud pumps over here right now. Hurry.
Big Brother DeLong, the officials said it's a dangerous building, and getting close is fatal.
Fatal? Rubbish. Now that the rain has let up, if we pump the water out of the foundation pit, the ground will harden up again and the building will be saved. Whoever gets those pumps for me, I'll give them $20,000 in cash. The crank. Engage. I need to get some money and go to town to rent a place and buy food. Joe Young, this sofa I bought from Red Star McAllen. It's genuine Siam rosewood. Though it's soaked in water, the high-quality wood remains. I'm being fair here. It originally cost $88,000. Give me $10,000 in cash, and you can take it.
$10,000? This thing's current physical integrity isn't even as strong as a standard piece of industrial compressed cardboard.
You're talking nonsense. This is rosewood, a premium hardwood. Once it dries, it's as good as new.
Its moisture content is 60%. The wood dissolved in acid coal water, so it's no longer furniture.
No way. This is impossible.
It has no value to me. By low-quality wood standards, it's 10 cents per kilogram. You can refuse the deal, but let me remind you, in 24 hours, it will fully rot, turning into a pile of mushroom-covered toxic waste. Right now, you can still get enough for 10 buns. Otherwise, use it as a moldy stool.
Fine, I'll sell.
That's $12 total, paid in cash.
Start unloading. Lock the tracks. Set up hydraulic interface.
Prepare to pop the blister. Start.
No, stop it. My house, my money.
Arrogance defying science, is ultimately crushed by gravity, erasing everything completely.
Joe Yang, everyone has moved away. The power lines are being removed. So, why cling to this piece of concrete like a hermit? Come with me to town. There is still a spot in the relocation program.
This place isn't useless. Village Chief Zhang, you only see the mud on the surface, but you miss the underground rock formations and how they overlap with city planning for the next 10 years.
Zhang Fugui, based on evidence from the Town Planning Committee and the audit report, during your tenure, you approved land swaps illegally and are suspected of cutting corners on projects. You are now under arrest.
In this contest that transcends time, politics, and human relationships, Wang Delong lost to his ignorance, the village chief lost to his arrogance, and as the sole winner, I simply followed the most basic laws of physics. In this universe of gravity and structural mechanics, only things built on a solid foundation are worthy of a future.